Today's tutorial is how to set up your physics notebook. First, you need to make sure that you've purchased a lined composition notebook. They're available from Walmart for 50 cents each. There's other places you can get them. Walmart's probably the easiest, but you need this standard composition lined notebook. Make sure that you clearly write your name and class period number on the notebook. If you like, you can decorate your notebook. Some people like to put colored paper over it or just use markers to color it to make it look like your own. It's easy to identify when they're in a stack, and you can find yours. It's actually easier for me to grade them sometimes too, to see the unique colors on them. Some people might want to decorate them with flowers or hearts. Some people might like to decorate other ways. Feel free to make it unique as long as it's school appropriate. And how does it reflect who you are? The next thing you'll want to do is set up the table of contents on the first page inside the cover. You can see you'll want to put table of the contents at the top. Then the first thing, you want to number pages A through F and just call that contents. That will be your table of contents. I've suggested about 6 pages. I think that'll be enough to cover the year, to leave enough space at the beginning to cover the contents that we'll be putting in. And you can see down at the bottom of that first page, I've put the letter A, then B and C in the next, D and E in the next, and following would be letter F. Next, we'll have a line that says equations, and we'll letter those pages W through Z. We're going to put this in the very last pages of the book. That's why we're just going to call them pages W through Z. This is where you'll paste in or write in equations for the various units that we'll be covering. Now go to the last 4 pages. 4th page from the end, you'll see we'll label W. And I've pasted some equations in there. These are actually the first set of equations that we'll be looking at when we study motion. And when you get them, we'll put them in that last page, and of course you'll have X, Y, and Z pages after that. Now we'll go back to our table of contents. Now put page 1.1 and call that unit 1. We'll start each of our units like that. So unit 1 will be 1.page 1, then unit 2 will be 2.page 1, unit 3 will be 3.page 1, and so forth. That way we can number the pages as we go, and we don't need to worry about how many pages each unit will take because they'll all be a little bit different. So we'll start by putting page 1.1 as unit 1, and then I've got right under that pages 1.1 to 1.4 is the bell ringers. We'll have bell ringers that we'll be putting in our notebook nearly every day that you come into class. Now if you write small, 4 pages may be enough. If you're somebody that likes to write big and may take 1 page for each bell ringer, you might want to use 6 or 7 pages for your bell ringers. It just depends on how much space you take when you take notes. So here you can see I've gone to page 1.1. You can see page F over there, which was the last page of the table of contents. And then at the top, unit 1 and bell ringers. Now I put a big unit 1 at the top after I'd set this up. I thought, it might be easier to see if you put a big unit 1 at the top of your first page of a particular unit and then list your bell ringers under that. Really whatever works for you, as long as it's clear and understandable for you. So now we'll go back and look one more time at our table of contents, and you can see as we have different things to take notes on or different activities that we'll be doing to put in our notebooks, you'll just continue to number consecutively. Page 1.5 will be unit 1, page 5, and whatever we write in there. Unit 1, page 6, whatever we write in there. Unit 1, page 7, however you want to title that. And then we'll go to that page in the back, in the interior of the book, and have your notes or your activities that we'll be doing that way. This allows it to be flexible. Not everybody's book will be the same, but it'll be organized. I will be grading them. Make sure you set them clearly and write neatly, and so that when you turn them in or I look at them to be graded, They might not look like the guy next to you, but at least when I look at them, they make sense to me, and I can see what your work is, and it's clearly laid out. So go ahead, set up your notebook. If you want to look at this one more time just to make sure you do it correctly, feel free. I look forward to seeing how creative your notebooks look when you get back. You have a good day.